In this video, we're going to be talking about the differences between a minor door service and a major door service, and the things that you need to identify before getting your garage door fixed. Let's do this. Hey party people, out over here with this customer, and so he has a door system. He's got two doors actually, two car door, single car door. And the situation is that his doors are pretty beat up, and you know, aside from it having a bottom seal that's no longer good, check this out. Yep, that is a broken hinge, and the wheel is also broken on this part of the door. It's like stuck and lodged in between the two sections. In addition to that, and just so that way we can have a little bit of clarity about the motor, we have this LiftMaster motor. You can tell that the chain, you can see that there, a little loose, but gratefully that gear sprocket assembly, it's kosher. Nothing's wrong with it. It's in good condition. So what's the best thing for this customer? Well, what we're going to try and do, and just so that way we can get his door working at an optimal level, is we're going to basically do a door service. And a door service will definitely entail replacing that hinge or that roller, identifying the other hinges and the other rollers if they're in the same state, lubricating, tightening up that chain, doing a safety inspection with regards to the torsion system, cables, all that stuff. So let's get to it. Okay, party people, so we're all done here with regards to this door system. Basically, we kind of did like I would say a minor door service. Replacing that bottom hinge was a factor. It was a number one hinge. I checked all the hinges, in fact, and the rollers. All of them seemed to be fine, with the exception of that bottom one. So replacing the bottom hinge with the roller helped, obviously, with the movement of the door, but it wasn't very smooth. So at that point, I had to inspect the torsion system. Come to find that one of the cables was severely bad, and so I replaced both cables to the door, rebalanced the door. I even made an adjustment to the chain to the rail assembly, and I tightened it up a little bit, cleaning up a little bit on that chain assembly, and also positioning the J-arm a little bit more better. LiftMaster actually says that you should make sure that your J-arm is in an actual J shape, that this portion right here should be flat. So you don't want it in an angle or too crooked, too far back, too far forward. It should be like a J, you know, flat like that. So cables, hinge, roller, chain, rail assembly, J-arm, lubrication. Like I said, minor door service is trying to get everything positioned and properly set with this door. Is it 100? I would say it's probably about 98. And so long story short, the door is older, it's a little bit beat up, it's, you know, got some issues to it. I made an adjustment to the motor system with the travel. I also checked a number of things. I believe this unit, I checked the safety reversal feature, and you know, it's obviously hit and miss sometimes with that safety reversal feature, particularly if your balance is bad. So the balance is good to it. Safety reversal feature was working okay. Sensors are working okay. But in essence, what I want to bring out here in this particular job is that when you get into a door service, whether it's minor or major, and a major door service to me would be like, you know, replacing all the hinges, all the rollers, tracks, probably some springs. You know, you really want to think about how the overall system is working. Now that the door is a little bit better, I don't think the motor's going to have a little bit more or have trouble with it traveling. But it is an older door system. So my recommendation to the customer is definitely going to be save his pennies, because he's going to need a new door system soon. So hopefully when that does happen, you know, he'll have the possibility to maybe upgrade to a much better quality door. Even though this is a 24 gauge door, you can probably upgrade to like maybe an insulated door or something to that effect. So we're pretty much done here. Let's go see what other trouble we can get into. What's up, party people? Santiago from SOS Garage Door Service, and the robots over at YouTube tell me that over 90% of you watching these videos are not subscribers. So let's ensure the survival of humanity. Hit that subscribe button so that way we make sure that the robots don't rule the world. Because on this channel we provide you pro tips and tech reviews for all your residential garage door needs. Check out this latest one. Well, what do we got here? Pretty crazy, huh? Imbalanced door. Clearly, the issue that is affecting this door has to do with the torsion spring system. Sure enough, we have a broken torsion spring up there. It's the right spring, left wound spring. Long story short, we're going to be getting this door rebalanced. We're going to be took off this cable over here. We're going to be replacing those springs, basically redoing everything to get the door at its optimal level. So what can we talk about here? What can we say here? Let's get into it. Man, that's never fun. Okay, so I got the door down. Heavy steel back door, you know, so the door is now closed. Tried to straighten up that track a little bit. I'm gonna have to do a little bit better job doing that on this side. But when you have an imbalance like what we just saw a second ago, you know, the spring is what you have to loosen up. I did earlier, the cable was tangled on the left side, so I had made sure that the cable was no longer looped over the drum. Disconnected that, then I took tension off of the spring that's not broken, and because it was lodged on this side of the track, I had to lift the door up a little bit, let gravity just do its thing. Not fun doing that. Not ever fun doing those things, but it's what you need to do sometimes, especially if you don't have help. And if the other side of the spring were still intact, I just would have lifted the door as best as I could, try and reset the cables, bring it back down, reset it again, but that wasn't the case. So it's a difficult process if you're not sure what you're doing. This is definitely something that I don't recommend that you homeowners do without the proper knowledge, proper tools. Definitely want to get a professional to come out and rebalance your door, particularly if you have a broken spring like the one that's up there. And we'll be replacing them right now, getting this door up and running. So let's see what happens. Okay, party people, so we've got the new springs up there on the door. I'm going to go ahead and replace the cables for them, because these cables, even though they look fine, they do show a little bit of wear and tear, and I just want to play it safe. I just want to take that extra step, not strap. Oh, hopefully not strap. We don't need strap right now. God, we don't need strap. Anyways, I replaced the cables to make sure that they had good cables on this door. I took the extra step, and that step obviously is just going to help the door long term. That's all we're really gonna try and make sure that we get done for this customer. Now, there's a couple of things that I did notice on this door, and one of the things is that this door has a little trouble being leveled. Now, it's not the door's fault. Quite frankly, we always want to blame the door, because, well, we think, if I'm the last one that touched the door, surely it has to be me. I'm at fault. It's the door's fault. No, not the case. As you can tell, there's a little bit of light coming on that corner over there, and that is due to two factors. Number one, we have a bottom weather strill bottom weather strill. What is a weather strill? Anyways, we have a bottom weather seal that is wearing there on the corner. But also the floor is not leveled. Now this is one of those things that I think, quite frankly, if you're considering replacing your bottom weather seal, you should check for cracks in your garage. Make sure that the actual floor is leveled, because if you spend the money to get a brand new bottom weather seal, and of course you want to get the right bottom weather seal, if you don't know what right bottom weather seal to get, just check out my video link right here. I'm going to go ahead and put it right there. You can follow that, see that video after seeing this one. And basically the idea is that you want to make sure that you have your floor leveled to the degree where not one side is going to be higher than the other, that obviously you're not going to have more light coming on one corner than the other. So super important to take that into effect. This floor, this garage floor, definitely has a lot of cracks. There's a lot to the actual floor that screams, hey, it's not leveled. And of course we can disclose that to the customer, so that way it gives them their information, but we don't want to create too much of a scare, or say that it's severe, that their floor is going to fall down. That's not the case. Why? Because I'm not a floor guy, I'm not a concrete guy, I don't have that expertise. I simply point out the obvious, so that way if they have any questions with regards to why their garage door is not completely leveled or not completely sealed. Okay, party people, what did we learn? Well, we learned that a minor door service and a major door service are not one and the same. Minor door services will always entail a small, minor adjustment, perhaps small part change to help with the performance of the garage door and the garage door opener. But a major door service will always imply perhaps a much grander scale in getting the garage door system working. For example, you could have a broken spring, you could have a collapsed door. Thanks a lot, buddy. And that's usually the case. With a collapsed door, it's the worst case scenario, because a collapsed door will usually mean that you're going to need service right there and there at the moment. And it's always tough when you're stuck in the garage. Now, when you're stuck into the garage, you're basically at the mercy of the contractor on his time and when he can get out over to you. And I have to admit, I'm not always easily available to take care of someone with a major door service. In most cases, we can get them to either get the vehicles out, perhaps maybe close the door safely, and we can get to them on another day. But usually that's not the norm. So keep in mind that when you're looking at a minor door service, it's usually those things that are not on an emergency basis. In a major door service, you want to make sure that everything is safe and sound, or to a level of safety, I would say, so that way you can wait for the contractor to come in a timely manner. Now, there are just some things that are so major that can't be fixed. For example, the cracked floor to the garage. There was no way we were going to be able to seal that bottom garage door with that unleveled ground. It just wasn't possible. So keep in mind that when you have something major like that, it's not just the garage door that plays a factor. There are also other factors that are existential, other factors that quite frankly are out of your control, that need to be taken into consideration before you decide to do anything. Now again, party people, the pro tips, techniques, and opinions in these videos are not law, and they are not infallible. Why? Because I am nobody. In fact, this channel is designed to provide you pro tips and tech reviews for all your residential garage door needs. So if you found any value in that, please smash that like button. I hope you consider subscribing, and I appreciate all of y'all for watching. Y'all stay safe.